Hey everybody, this is Loretta with Legally Quirky. I'm here today to finish off that 25 things that I do not buy part 2. So if you watch both videos together, that's 50 things that I am not buying this year. So on the no buy list are things like snacks. Now there's an exception to this rule. If someone is coming over, if it's a holiday like Thanksgiving or Christmas, we probably will buy snacks for the people that come over, but my husband and myself don't need snacks. I especially do not need snacks. It's too much temptation. If a bag of something amazing comes in, like chips or popcorn, there's a very good chance that it will be gone within 2 days. And that's usually my fault. Okay, next thing that we're not spending money on, hair dye, for me anyway. And I actually didn't dye my hair. You can probably tell that my hair was highlighted. So I'm not going to be going in to get my highlights done, just like I'm not going to be going in to get haircuts. I actually did a trim on my hair this weekend to keep the ends healthy. But I had mentioned in a previous video, I will not be going to the salon for a bunch of things because I want to save that money. On the list not to buy are board games. Right now we have a ton of board games, and honestly, I can't remember the last time that we took a board game out and played with it. We're playing with the card games, and right now in our family, a lot of people enjoy playing a game called Shut the Box. But the board games, things like Scrabble, Monopoly, they are not getting played with at all. We're actually thinking about putting them out in a yard sale, and I'm certainly not going to buy any more. Other things that I will not be spending money on: waxing when you can shave, and lingerie. I have enough lingerie. I actually was part of one of those monthly subscription things where they would, make suggestions and then you could decide whether you wanted to buy it or not. And as part of the subscription, you got a credit every month. And if you didn't use it, you can roll it over. I am at the point where I have plenty of underwear, bras, shapewear. I don't need anything else. That subscription was canceled quite a long time ago, and I am still up to my eyeballs in under things. So I won't be spending any money on lingerie. It's not on my buy list for 2024 or 2025. Other things that we won't be buying. On to the second page. Oh, supplements. So, my doctor recommended a bunch of supplements, things like, vitamin D, biotin. I am at the point where I'm just tired of the number of bottles that I need to take with me when I go on vacation. And so I need to find like a one in an all-purpose, or just take a really good vitamin. But the idea of taking and buying all of these supplements is driving me crazy. Things that are like a pro and prebiotic. I didn't even know there was a prebiotic, but there's a prebiotic. Things like the biotin that I mentioned, magnesium, the supplement that I'm taking for folic acid. There's just a lot of stuff in my cabinet right now. There's vitamin C supplements, vitamin B supplements. So once all of these supplements are gone and used up, I want to take a break from all the supplements and see how I feel. And then really think about, what do I need and what I don't. Because the doctor had recommended folic acid and magnesium, maybe I will keep those. But I am so sick and tired, especially when there's new supplements that are advertised on things like Facebook and Instagram. I'm just very leery of all of this. There is no FDA system that approves and checks the claims that a lot of these supplements make. So I'm at the point where I have supplement fatigue, so I'm not going to be buying any new ones. Mugs. I don't need any more mugs. In fact, I decluttered a bunch of mugs in the last yard sale, especially mugs that have cute sayings on it or cute animals on it. I'm just over it. I don't want any of that in the house. I feel like it's too much noise. And so anything that didn't get sold in the yard sale got donated to Goodwill. I'm also not a huge fan of Goodwill. They make a ton of money and they get all of their products for free, but there's not a great place to donate other items around here. So that's where it went instead of going to the dump. Magnets. We'll not be buying any more magnets. We have plenty of those. We have a bunch on the side where you can actually clip things that are coming up, or if there's an important recipe or a receipt that we need to keep because something has to happen with that in the next 2 or 3 months. And so that's on the side of the refrigerator. I don't keep it on the front of the refrigerator because, again, that would be a lot of visual stimuli and I don't need that. So it's on the side, and I'm definitely not going to buy any more. I would love to get to the point where there's no magnets on the refrigerator at all. But because I live with someone, I have to be cautious when I declutter. I don't want to declutter something that belongs to my husband and then I've taken away something that he has a lot of value in. So before anything disappears from the refrigerator, there would be a conversation before that happens. But I'm definitely not going to buy any more magnets and contribute to what's on the refrigerator. I'm also not going to be buying a toaster, and I'm thinking about getting rid of my toaster. Simple reason is there are other ways to toast bread than in a toaster. I mean, hello, put it in the oven or put it in a pan, but you don't actually need a toaster to toast bread. And I don't do it that often. So I'm thinking about decluttering and getting rid of the toaster, and then I will not be buying and replacing it. Plastic containers, the food containers that you buy. Maybe you spend $10 at Walmart or another type of dollar store, and you get, a set. Eventually the lids disappear, the plasticware doesn't match up anymore. I don't really think it's even that safe. Um, there's a lot of information out there, and I don't know what's true or not, but things like microplastics and plastic in our environment. And so I would rather just not use the plastic containers. To me, they're a pain in the neck to store and clean, and it never fails. If you put a red sauce in one of those plastic containers, that's it. It's almost impossible to get it out. They say that there's a way to get it out. I've tried different methods to clean it and it doesn't come out, so I end up just throwing it out. All right, other things not to buy. Heels. I actually just showed someone a pair of beautiful shoes. They're gorgeous. And they're the heels that I wore on my wedding day, but I could only wear them for 16 minutes and then I had to get out of them. It's too painful and it's not worth it for me at this point in my life to try to wear high-heeled shoes. I don't care anymore. Fashion is not important to me. I'm doing the video without makeup today. We've talked about this before. I'm a low maintenance kind of person. I'm at that point in my life. If you don't like it, don't look. I hope that someone gets those high heel shoes and loves them and wears them in good health, but I'm not going to buy any more and I don't need them in my house because I don't plan on wearing them again. Gift wrap. So here's my thing. I used to enjoy wrapping gifts for people's birthdays and Christmas. I was actually so precise at it. I would cut the paper in such a way that the print would match up. I don't have that time or patience anymore. And I also feel like, it's going to get ripped off and thrown away anyway. And I think about, how much waste that is in the environment. So I would rather just put it in a gift bag, even better, a reusable bag, and give that to the person as their gift instead of wrapping it in gift paper. Jewelry, especially costume jewelry. I have a few things that I wear that are, you know, silver and gold. If you can wear it and wash it in the shower and it doesn't change color, I think that's a good investment. But a lot of the costume jewelry that I used to have, I've given away or sold. I have a couple of things. I don't wear them anymore, so I'm decluttering them. They're going to be going into the next yard sale or just given away in general. But I will not be spending any money on jewelry. There was a time in my 30s and 40s where a lot of my friends were having Tupperware parties, jewelry parties, and pampered chef parties. And I would go and wanting to support them, I would buy stuff. That era has passed. Anything that I bought during that time has served its function and it's ready for retirement. I also don't get manicures anymore or really any kind of nail polish type items. These are my natural nails. I trim them and file them myself. I enjoy pedicures. Pedicures are awesome, especially when you have a lot of walking that you're doing, and I do have a job that requires me to move around and walk. So I try to treat my feet like a precious commodity because they're bearing the entire weight of everything else. And so I feel like a pedicure is a good form of self-care and taking care of a very valuable asset, which is my feet. Manicure, I don't need it. In fact, my experience when I used to get gel manicures is that after a second gel application, the nails would get really weak and brittle from all the chemicals. I don't think that nail polish helps my fingers. I know other people might have a different experience and really swear by regular manicures as a way to grow out their nails. But my nails are pretty long right now, and that's no nail polish. I didn't do anything to it. I didn't even put cuticle oil on it. I've stopped buying that also. That's another no buy thing. So nothing having to do with my fingernails. I don't buy shaving cream. I think, you know, soap works just as well. I don't even buy fancy soap anymore. I buy just a normal bar soap and I use that. DoorDash. Oh my gosh. So let's switch gears a little bit. How much are you spending on delivery fees for food? Or you have not just like you're paying for DoorDash, but you actually bought the pass because you're getting so much food delivery. And I caution you, if you're spending a lot of money on food, to think about what else you could be spending that money on. I know of a couple of people at work that do DoorDash regularly, and the fees and then the tip, the charge, the upcharge of getting that convenience delivered to you at work, I just, I don't understand. I know that they make more money than I do at work. And maybe, when you reach a certain salary level, it doesn't matter. The convenience is worth it. I just see it as a huge waste of time and money. I would rather brown bag my lunch. Actually, like there's nothing wrong with a brown bag lunch. Uh, I just, I, I hate extra fees. I hate extra banking fees. That's something else that I'm not doing anymore. Um, Grocery stores and banks that charge you a fee to get your money out, I won't use them. I will go somewhere else. I will go to my ATM where there is no fee rather than pay someone a fee. Same thing if there's a cash or a charge option and it's cheaper to do cash because they're going to make you pay basically for the credit card fee of them taking credit cards. I'll pay cash if I can. I'm not going to pay any fees. Um, Other things that I do not buy. In-game app purchases. It's so tempting because it'll say 99 cents or $1.99. But the whole point is to get you addicted to the game and then wanting to reach the next level. And then before you know it, you spent the 99 cents, you spent the $1.99. Now they're trying to get you for $4.99. Don't give into it. It's like a slot machine that never pays off. And you're playing a game, there's no real value to this game. It's entertaining you, but you could just as easily read a book or watch YouTube videos or watch television. Do something that's free. Don't pay for it. If you want to play games, that's great. And there's probably some really great word games out there that you could play that would actually be good for your brain. But these in-game app purchases, I'm not doing it anymore. I've had enough of paying for games. It annoys me just like it does to pay for fees. All right, the most recent electronics. Somebody laughed at me the other day because I had a Galaxy 5S phone in my hand, and they say, "You still have that?" There's a lot of electronics. I don't upgrade my electronics often, and then when I do get a new phone or new computer system, I usually try to sell my old one. There's also these recycling stations where you can go and put in your information, and a little robot will figure out how much it's worth and make you an offer on it, and then you can put it in the receptacle, and they will give you cash back. I don't need the most recent version of a phone. I have a Fitbit to help me count my steps and keep track of my heart rate. If anything happens to this, I actually won't even replace this. This was a very nice gift that a wonderful man gave me, and I love you, honey. but I don't need another one after this. It's not something that I lived fine without it before. I'll live fine without it after. I think a lot of people get attached to technology and then think they can't live without it. I'm not anti-technology. I just don't feel the need to rush out and get whatever the newest gadget is that's come out. And so I'm more of a wait and see, and also read reviews and let the technology get better and cheaper before I buy it. So I'm not buying any new electronics this year. I'm good. A new car. I have an amazing car, and it's about 5 years old now, and still works. And it is at the point where it needed to get new tires. It needed a little bit of work done to it, but you compare that to the cost of trading in the car and trying to buy something new, or even buying something used. Car prices are out of control right now. My plan is to drive that car until the wheels come off of it. I don't want to pay over $30,000 for a new car, and I don't want a car note. So I'm not going to be buying a new car. I'm going to be happy with what I have. Plastic forks, plastic, anything really. So I mentioned before, like what they're saying about plastics and plastics in the environment makes me nervous. It might not bother everyone, and certainly there are times, like if you're having a kid's birthday, plastic forks, knives, spoons make a lot of sense. I just don't want to invest in that anymore. I actually have a lot of forks and spoons and knives. So if I was doing a party, I could invest in paper plates where there's a recycling component to those paper plates, but still give people real forks and knives in order to eat their food. Um, Especially, if you're serving nice food and certain foods, it's really hard to cut with a plastic fork and knife. So I would rather give people real forks and real knives. Other things to watch out for, straws. I used to buy plastic straws all the time. I absolutely detest paper straws. I'm aware of what the plastic straws do to the environment. I don't necessarily think paper straws function. So what I've done is I've purchased the metal straws that you can clean. So I have a set of 4 metal straws. There's one for me, there's one for my husband, we have some for guests. And then there's a cleaner that came with it so that you can stick the cleaner down the straw in order to clean and reuse the straw. Not going to buy straws anymore. Want to use the metal ones, want to try to do something that's good for the environment. All right, puzzles. Um, we're not buying any more puzzles. The last puzzle that I bought actually wasn't cut properly, and so it was a problem. And I've talked to other friends of mine that do puzzles, and they're coming across the same problem. So I don't know what's up in the puzzle making community, but the puzzles are not as good as they used to be in terms of quality, what they're made of and how they're being cut. And I even know someone that got, and it was in saran wrap, so it wasn't someone else's puzzle. It was a brand new puzzle that was open and there was a piece missing. So I'm just not going to buy puzzles anymore. If I really want to do a puzzle, I can always find one at a yard sale, but I'm not going to buy new. All right, in terms of clothing, I'm not going to be buying any more belts. Don't work, hate them. Not going to be buying any more hats. I have 2 hats right now. They're both for sun protection, really, more than anything else. Um, I have a good hat. I've got good sunscreen. I don't need to buy anything else like that for 2024. And I would say invest in a good hat and wear it when you go out into the sun, just because skin cancer has caught up with a lot of people in my family. A lot of people getting pieces of skin removed from their face, their arm, their backs, even legs. So take the time, put on the sunscreen, put on the hat, reapply the sunscreen. I made that mistake on vacation recently. I sweat so much and it wasn't sweat proof sunscreen, and I didn't reapply. And so I had gotten a little bit of sunburn on me, and I'm still peeling. Other things that I will not be buying, and I think we're at the end of the list now. Let me just check and make sure. Gotta put those glasses on. Yep, we're at the end of the list. So to conclude, I wanted to warn you not to buy things from Temu because I've never bought anything from Temu. I've always been very skeptical about giving out my information, some of the ads that they were running, everybody hopping onto that craze, and I was very resistant. Again, it's like, okay, I'm gonna let everybody else rush to the front, go to that new craze. But the people that I've known that have bought things off of Temu all say the same thing. It's a really cheap quality. It doesn't last very long. And if you need something like a new garden hose or clothing, you end up having to go out and buy something else to replace the cheap stuff on Temu that doesn't last. So my recommendation, don't waste the time buying Temu stuff. I'm also not buying anything off of Instagram or Facebook anymore. Lots of the stuff that I have purchased off of Instagram and Facebook, it sounds really good at the time, especially when it's like 9 o'clock at night and you're scrolling and there's not much going on. And you're like, hey, I've seen this 20 times, let me try this. And oh, it's only $20. But then by the time you get done with shipping, it's $40. And they upcharge you because for $5.95 you can add another bottle. I'm not buying any of that stuff anymore. I see those ads, I just scroll right by them. In fact, there's a way for you to report the ad and say, I don't want to see this ad anymore. And sometimes they'll even ask you why. You can say, it's irrelevant. It doesn't apply to me. I've already made a purchase. And just say bye-bye to the ad. And, maybe you'll see some ads for stuff that you actually can use. Now I'm getting ads for foreign language apps. I'd rather see that than see the latest skin supplement that's supposed to make me glow. Do I look like I glow? I don't care about skin supplements. I don't care about makeup. So I'm tired of seeing those ads. So bye bye. And with that, I will say bye bye. I'm gonna go in and edit this video. Hopefully it'll go up soon. I apologize for not posting anything last week, but like I said, I was on vacation. And I'll be doing a blog entry pretty soon, actually, about vacation, the importance of taking time to relax, using your time off to refresh and regroup, and how important it is to spend some time, just reflecting and relaxing. I really enjoyed my vacation. I did feel kind of bad when I wasn't doing any content, but I'm not one of those people that believes in bringing work on vacation. And so all of you, I'm sorry that you had to wait a week for the video, but I did finish my things that I'm not buying list. I hope that there's some helpful suggestions in here for you. Again, nothing that I say is, the end all be all. These are just things that I'm doing that I wanted to share with the community, and I hope that they help. Our goal this year is to save some money. We have two weddings in this family this year, and so it's getting kind of expensive because it's not just the gift, it's the travel there, it's buying an outfit, it's all of that. In fact, I'm actually trying not to buy an outfit for this next wedding, but to shop my closet or to do a trade with someone, trade something that I have for an outfit that's appropriate to wear to the next wedding. Because I'm at the point where I can't find comfortable shoes that are fancy shoes to wear to a wedding. And the last outfit that I bought for a wedding, I'm giving away to someone. I'll never wear it again. That's how it is for a lot of special occasion, dresses. You say that you'll try to wear it again, but you never do. And so I would rather just give it to someone that can use it. But have a wonderful day. Let me know in the comments if you have any additional things that you're not going to be buying. Or maybe I mentioned something on the list and you're like, I can't live without it. Like, that is my thing. Like, for some of my friends, getting a manicure, that is their vacation away from their kids that are teenagers. And it's the only thing that they have that they look forward to in the week. And I get it. Like, there are times in your life where a manicure is the only self-care that you're getting. You deserve it. Splurge. And it's not even a splurge, it's like a mental health, this is my downtime and it's going to keep me sane for the rest of the week. And when I feel like killing someone, especially my teenager that once again did not listen to me and follow instructions, I can look down and say, at least my nails look good. So drop something in the comment, keep the conversation going, and I will see you next week. Thank you and have a wonderful day.